Hello, my lovelies. Today we are doing the Blossom Braid. I came up with this while I was sitting on the couch. I sketched it terribly. As you can see, I don't really draw, but it's just to help me. Whatever. I am not a good artist, which is why I feature y'all instead of myself, because, yeah, I can't really do it. So I'm going to separate out my bangs, and then let's just get started. Very easy today. I think it's easy. You have to know how to English braid, which I imagine most of you do, and lace braid, which I also imagine most of you do. We're going to do a lace Dutch braid. All right, or maybe we should do French. You think? Yeah, let's do a lace French. I think that would be even better. Okay, so what we want to do is separate a section like from here, sort of, I guess we could actually just sort of go straight back and then over. So you can tell, I thought about this in my head. We're going to go from this side to right where my ear is and make sort of a triangle till we reach our fingers, like so. Excellent. Separate this out. Yeah, this is one of those that I figured it out in my head, how it should work, but we're going to try it and see if my brain knows. Now, usually I do try these ahead of time, and I actually did mean to try this one. I just didn't because I was lazy. So we've got that section out. We're going to take the rest of our hair, just go ahead and pull it over this other shoulder, and we're going to tie it off real quick, just so it doesn't get involved in any shenanigans. That'll be our last bit, and we're going to French lace this in the front. Ha! Where's my brush? Alright, so yeah, we are just going to do a French lace. I'm assuming you know how to do it if you've been here for any length of time, but perhaps you don't. Perhaps you're new. So, a French lace, we're going to start with one section. I'm going to do my hands this way. And we are going to separate this into 3. Now, a lace braid differs from, let me tilt you up a little bit. Try not to knock over my lights. There we go. Okay, a lace differs from a French. And when a French braid, when you add hair from both sides. On a lace braid, you only add from the front. So we'll start from the front and then take the section in the back. And now we need to add hair on this turn, and we are only adding to the front. We are not adding anything from the back side. Only the front section. And at turn we go. Braid, braid. Next section. This is all we're doing. It's just adding to the front and braiding. Alright, so we are going to braid this all the way down. So I'm going to finish that so we don't have to sit here and watch me braid for however long. And I'll be right back for the next step. Alrighty, that's braided. We're going to forget it for now. I know it's sitting on this shoulder, but the way we braided it, when we pull it this way, you see it will lay correctly. So ignore that for now. We're going to take the rest of it and we're just going to do an English braid down our back. Yeah, just comb everything back. Make it all nice and smooth. And then English braid. That's all this portion's gonna be. Yeah, so separate into 3 and braid. Just your standard English. I mean, I guess if you want to do a faux French here, you could, but I'm not gonna. I am going to do a standard English. That's it. All right. After this, we're gonna fluff things, but for right now, I'm just braiding. So I'll see you in a sec once this braid is done, because You guys know how to braid. All right, all right, now we fluff. What this means is you're gonna take little tiny pieces of hair from both sides. This braid we're only gonna take from one side, which will actually be the underneath side, okay? And then this braid we're doing from both sides. I like to start at the bottom, work my way up, and then work my way back down. So you'll see I have like these really big chunky hair ties on the ends because we're going to be pulling hair, so it'll just be easier. But you want to fluff. Let me get up, show you how. So you just take little chunks, like not the whole thing, just little chunks. Pull up, and then you're just going to do this all the way up your braid. Yeah, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do both of them, and then I shall return for the pinning, and then we'll be done. Yay! Okay, alrighty dolls, we're almost done. So our braid in the back should look like this lovely fluffiness. We see, lovely fluffiness, and the braid in the front should be fluffed on one side. Do you see? This is regular, this is fluffy. Do you think we're fluffed enough? I think we're fluffed enough. Alright, so I'm going to go to the end of it, take off my temporary hair tie, roll this around my finger, and you guessed it, we're going to wind it up. Yeah, so I'll just slide that off my finger. We'll get it started like so, and I'm going to add a bobby pin. I like to pin the end when I do these rolls because it just makes it easier. For me, for you, for everybody. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we are going, as you can see, let me do it this way so we're all nice and straight. We're going to be winding in this direction as such. So yeah, I just keep the bobby. You see now it looks like we have flower petals, right? So I keep the bobby on the back side. And as we roll, you just want to make sure that the petals sort of go in front of the petals behind. Yeah, or actually the petals behind. It's hard to, I'm trying to describe what I'm doing while looking at it from the back side, which is maybe not the best side. All right, let me do it this way. You want the petals in front to, yeah, like every subsequent row is going to go behind here. You can see the behind because that'll be what's facing you, right? So that the petals will then turn into a flower. You guys know what I'm saying. I'm trying to describe it in words and words. My words are not awesome today, that's all. Make it look like a flower. Here, we're about halfway up, so you should be able to see now. See? Aw. I am assuming that you guys know what flowers look like. So we're actually this far, and I'm going to go ahead and add a few more pins on the back side. My hair's just gotten to a point that it's very long, and I want to keep the integrity of my flower. So, yeah, I'm just going to sort of weave it through like this. See, it doesn't matter what it looks like on the back side because this part's going to be up against our head. I don't know, maybe this will be a tip that'll help you guys when you're rolling these flowers up, as it were. You just want to kind of make sure that they don't show from the front, which they do not. Yay! All right, now continue rolling. Now that I'm all twirled around, all funky. Do, 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 do. And you just keep layering it on top of the ones underneath, like so. Now we got a big old flower. Of course, the size of your flower is really going to depend on how, and we're going to put it right in the middle. That's the plan anyway. Where's my mirror? It's going to depend on the length of your hair. If you have super long hair, you're going to have a really big flower. if you do not have super long hair, you do not have a really big flower. And it's just the way it is. So we're there, and now I'm going to pin. Now to pin it down to my head, I am going to use my larger bobbies because they are the ones I like the most. When I pin, I'm going to try and pin behind as such because, you know, I don't want my works to show if I can help it. Now I could probably do this with smaller bobbies, but you know me, I like my big bobbies. They work for me. That's what I'm going with. There's 2. And look at that. That feels like it's going to stay for us. Let us see. Did I get it in the center like I wanted? Yes, it does appear to that I actually did. Oh. Yeah, that's basically it. We're done. Am I even in the center? I am in the center. Yeah, that's it. Blossom braid. This should be a short one today. It takes a little while for the braiding. It'll probably take you 15-20 minutes because of the fluffing. The fluffing takes longer than the braiding. But I think it's very romantical. And it dresses up a regular English braid. I mean, that's what have you. All right, I'm going to decorate it. I don't know what I want to do yet, so I'm just going to fiddle with it and then yay. But I want to take some pictures without it decorated first because some of you guys aren't tacky like me and you don't like all the frou-frou. So I'll be back in a sec. I'll do something with it. Back in a sec. Alrighty, dolls. I decided on butterflies. You know I love my butterflies, and I have a whole bunch. So, we're gonna put them here. Butterflies. I put some in the front so you can see it from the front, and then the side. And there are some rhinestones because I wanted to make the center of the flower. So I just used a whole bunch of rhinestones for the center. Yeah, and then butterflies, and then down the whole length there are butterflies. I know, you're like, I can't see what it looks like. I'll insert the picture here on the side. But yeah, so there's our up close of the flower, and then over on the right ought to be a, you know, what it looks like length shot. But yeah, I don't know, I think it's pretty. Like I said, it dresses up regular English braid. Lace braiding, if you do have problems with French braids, I find that lace braids are very easy. Only adding to one side really helps to kind of get it down. And then once you lace braid, then you can get to where you French braid, right? If you're still struggling, although I have a video for that. Don't struggle, you can do it. Yeah, so that's it for me today. Our blossom braid, since it's one big blossom and a braid. Blossom braid. I'm a genius. Gotta come up with names for things. Any hoodles. So that's it for me. I will see you guys next week with something else. I don't know what it is yet. As often is the... I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. Please stay tuned for your artwork. If you would like to submit artwork for the ends of my videos, please use hashtag #ArtForTaurin on Instagram or Twitter, or you could just @ me on Twitter. Maybe. I'm @torrinpaige everywhere. You guys, it's easy to find me. But the absolute easiest is hashtag #ArtForTaurin on Instagram. Because then it's really easy for me to just, you know, get the pics with my phone and send them to my Dropbox. And then it's still a complicated process, but it's easier, if that makes any sense. Okay, yes. Hashtag #ArtForTaurin, and you too could be, you know, featured at the end of one of these videos. Also, if it's just your hairstyles, that also counts, you guys. If you just want to do your hair. Also, if you're in my feed and I follow you and I just like your hairstyle, I might just swipe it. So, sorry about it. It is what it is. Any hoodles, I love you guys, and yeah, I will see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Be good at it, and yeah, love you. Bye.